What are you Bernard from Premier Group International? How are you all today? The quick question I'd like to answer today is a question that comes up a lot on Google and a lot from our connections on LinkedIn, is who is responsible for workplace culture? There's a few answers to that. One is the leadership team, the owner, the person that started the business. Very, very key that that person leads by example. So whether it's whatever title you may have as a business leader, it might be CEO, which is a stupid title, or general manager, whatever title you like, and however important you think you are directly responsible for your workplace culture. So whatever that may be, whether it's good, bad, average, engaged, disengaged, negative, toxic, blame, all of these things, you are responsible. Then from there, your leadership team is responsible. They need to take utmost responsibility for the teams that they care for and that they lead. Hopefully you're building servant leaders, people that serve those that they lead in your business, in your company, your organisation. Just a note on titles, not a good idea to have titles because they are very official and can make people in your teams feel demotivated, feel unimportant, feel beneath you, which is not a good look, not a good feeling, will not build a good culture. So if you love titles like CEO and general manager and all these things, then it's a great idea to change that so that everybody is an ambassador or a associate, so that everybody's fully included as an owner. They feel like an owner in the business. It's a subject for another video. But who is responsible for workplace culture? Well, essentially it's everybody. So you've got to get that through to all of your team. So if you're watching this video now and you're an employee, or you feel like you're just an employee, maybe you've got that kind of feeling in your workplace that you feel like a minority or feel inferior to the management team or the leadership team, which is not a good thing, but you can influence that positively. So in this video, I'm saying that, and our belief at Premier Group is, and all the people that we share our message with about how to create an epic workplace culture, engaged workplace culture, the message we share is that yes, it is the person who started the business, the founder, the whatever you might want to call that person, it's absolutely their responsibility. They can't delegate building workplace culture. It doesn't work. You can't delegate things like that, just like you can't delegate implementation of lean or continuous improvement. It has to start from the start. You might say the top, I suppose you can say that. When we say the top, really means the founder or the person that started the business, started the organisation, or who owns it. And then make sure your team have complete ownership, so everybody feels like an owner, is treated like an owner, and then they have to act like an owner. So going back to what I was saying, if you are a staff member or an employee and you're asking this question, who is responsible for workplace culture? Well, my answer to you is you. So even if you've got what you might think is a bad boss, or is a bad boss, or you might have a toxic culture or a very average culture in your workplace right now, because every workplace has a culture, whether you like it or not. Every workplace has some type of culture, of course. So whether you're 2 employees or a team of 200 or a team of 2,000, so you can impact it positively. So anyone that I talk to, wherever they are in the organisation, I always say you're responsible. So you can make it better by one. You can move the dial, and if you start making it better by one, creating a happy, positive, engaged atmosphere around you, do so. You've got the power to make. You've got the power to change. It's just all in here. If you say you can't, you're right. If you say you can, you're right. I think Henry Ford said something like that, and it's true. It's all in the mind. So if you're determined that, or you think right now, if you think you, that's how he says it. I think if you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can, you're right. Something along those lines. So you are responsible. Anybody who's watching this video is responsible for workplace culture. Starts from the top or the ownership of the organisation, but don't. If you're part of a company right now doesn't have a great culture, make it better by one. Turn up to work, smile at everybody you see, keep smiling, keep talking positively, try to learn about the mission and the vision and the values of the company, even if they're not very clear. try and help clear them up. Keep talking to your people that you report to directly, whoever that person might be. Keep talking to the people that are around you and your team. Have a positive impact, and you'll start to move the dial. And if you keep trying and nothing changes, then you're soon going to get recognised by another better organisation, and you end up with a better job. But it's got to start with you. So hopefully that answers that question. Who is responsible for workplace culture? There's a few answers, a few ideas. Have a fantastic day. Signing out.